The morning routine. Every morning before work, I try to move my life forward a little bit. And some may argue, why don't you sleep in, sleep a little bit better, and just do it after work? And I've got 3 reasons why you shouldn't do that. First, after work energy is unreliable. Oftentimes in a career, you don't know what's coming at you that day. It might be a super easy day. It might be a super stressful long day. And if you plan to do everything after work, you might get stuck at the office. You might get stuck in traffic. It might be super taxing mentally. And by the time you get home, you're not going to have that energy to do it. And some may be disciplined enough to get the job done after work. The amount of friction it then creates and the amount of motivation it still requires for you to do those things is exponentially more than if you just did it in the morning. And number 2, mornings are quiet. Everybody is up at 6, 7, 8 p.m. Me, not really 9 p.m., but not everyone's up at 4, 5. Some not even up until 6. And people aren't asking things from you at that time of the day. Nobody's calling you. Nobody's texting you. Nobody's posting on social media for the most part. It's all quiet. It gives you a window of time to focus on the task at hand. There's no outside distractions coming at you. The mornings are quiet. And then third, lastly, you can kind of argue this is for after work as well, but small things compound. Waking up every morning, whether you only have 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hours, those small moments or big moments add up over time. You don't need big blocks of work done every single day. Just small little moments where you can squeeze them in is what compounds into big, massive outcomes. Small things add up, and by waking up every morning, doing that little thing for yourself, eventually it will be a big thing. Time is so valuable, and the older I get, the more that I appreciate it, because it's very rare that you actually find the time. Most of the time, you have to make the time. And that's why I think getting up way early before the world even starts is so important, because you took action and made time. That time wasn't going to be there if you slept into the last minute. But the fact that you got up, you created that time, which then allows you to create something bigger and help build your legacy, which is all I'm about. I don't really care too much about monetary things. Having money, I think, is necessary. You can't just say, oh, money doesn't matter. It matters a little bit. But what's most important and why I think we are here on earth is to help others live the best lives they can, and then have a legacy built that's going to be there long after you're gone, for your children's, your children's children's, your children's children's children's, and have your name mean something. And so those little hours in the morning, you made that time to take steps forward into building that legacy. If you sleep until your alarm clock, that time isn't there. And then after the day's over, after work, after all your other priorities are taken care of, then you're finding the time to do this. And there's a big difference between finding time and making time. I will say though, if you're just getting up early just to be up early, it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do any better than if you just slept in, did it later in the day. whatever it was. You've got to wake up with purpose. You got to be able to understand the things happening in your life and be able to prioritize it. And fitness keeps everything else in between stable. I will say though, besides the productivity gain you get from getting up early, the soul gain, the spiritual gain you get from waking up early is just as good, if not better. And I really think that seeing the sunrise is one of the best common day experiences that you can have. It's something that you can do almost every day, and it's one of the best things you'll see that day, and one of the best things that day that improved your mood. So if the weather's permitting and the time is permitting, going outside for the sunrise is so good for the soul. I want to emphasize one piece of that piece that I talked about, that fitness keeps everything stable. And I've gone into preps and seasons and periods where I was training all the time. It is, besides work, it was the only thing I was doing. No social life, no relaxing time, hardly any time to work on side hustle, work and working out. That's all it was. And that's not stable. I used to think I need to get up super early in the morning to have more time to work out, and that's not the case. Whether I'm working out at 6 p.m., 4 a.m., whenever it is, you still don't really need more than 30 minutes to an hour of lifting. Yes, some long runs are gonna take longer, but it's only once, maybe twice a week. You don't need hours of exercise. And so by still waking up early in the morning and keeping my exercise to a healthy amount, a stabilizing amount, I have so much more time and energy in the mornings to work on a side hustle, work on that side business, work on a skill. Whereas before, mornings were only for working out, I thought. And I've realized you can do a lot more in the morning if you remember, especially for me, that fitness is a stabilizer. It isn't end all, be all. So a couple things to take away from this video. Mornings are great, good for productivity, good for the soul, but they're not gonna change your life overnight. You don't build your life in one big moment. You build it in the small hours that most people never even see. So getting up 2 hours early might sound a little bit crazy, but an hour, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, it might sound like just a little, and it is day to day, but over time, it snowballs and it gets bigger and bigger, and you're not waiting till after work to have that unreliable energy. You do it first thing in the morning. You get it out of the way. You know you made those 30 minutes to knock out whatever it was that you wanted to work towards, and you don't have all these other variables that could potentially get in your way. So wake up early, be better, do better. Guys, thanks for watching another video. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.